full emotional journey revealed. The camera pans across the quiet fields of Roloff Farms. The pumpkin patches are still months away from their autumn glory, but today, something else is growing in the Roloff universe. Something that no one saw coming. The sun is shining on the Oregon homestead, but it feels different. Let's go back to the beginning of this story. Not the very beginning of Amy Roloff's life, but the beginning of this new chapter. A chapter written in whispers, guarded by silence, and finally exploded into the world with the cry of a newborn. For months, fans have been dissecting every Instagram post and straining to hear the whispers behind the scenes. Rumors swirled like autumn leaves in a windstorm. But here is the beautiful, undeniable truth, finally revealed. Amy Roloff, the beloved matriarch of Little People, Big World, has done it again. It is the news that has sent shockwaves through the TLC universe and filled social media with an outpouring of love. Baby number 5 has arrived. Baby number 5. If you are counting along with us, you know she already has 4 incredible children and a whole host of grandchildren. So, the news of a new baby? It is pure magic. This is not just any baby news. This is the story of a beautiful, surprising, later-in-life pregnancy that has captivated the world. It is the story of Amy and Chris embarking on their most unexpected journey yet. For years, we have watched Amy Roloff navigate the complexities of life. We saw her raise 4 children, weather the storm of a public divorce, find love again, and settle into a new chapter of her life with Chris Marek. We watched her become a grandmother, a role she embraced with all the warmth and joy that makes her so relatable. Life was settling into a comfortable rhythm. She and Chris had built a beautiful life together in their new home, away from the farm but still deeply rooted in the family they loved. Chris had become a beloved fixture in the Roloff clan. His steady presence is a source of strength for Amy. He accepted all of her and was a wonderful grandfather to her grandchildren. This happiness was supposed to be the final chapter. Happy marriage, thriving kids, grandbabies, a cozy home. It was the perfect ending. But life, as they say, had other plans. The rumor mill started churning a few months back. A casual comment here, a loose-fitting top there, and the internet exploded. People started speculating. Could it be? At her age? Was it a new grandchild? No. This was different. The evidence was there, scattered like breadcrumbs for the most dedicated of detectives. Fans noticed Amy and Chris attending baby stores. They noticed Amy posting about feeling tired and unwell, with a glint in her eye that hinted at a secret. The speculation reached a fever pitch. The couple remained tight-lipped for a long time. They kept their secret guarded, shielded from the public eye. It was a decision born of privacy and perhaps a little bit of fear. A later-in-life pregnancy carries risks. It is a delicate process, filled with doctor's appointments, careful monitoring, and an understandable anxiety. Amy and Chris were navigating a minefield, protecting themselves and their unborn child from the judgment of the world. Then came the day of the big announcement. It was not a dramatic, staged reveal on the show, but a quiet, heartfelt message posted to their social media. A picture of an ultrasound, a caption filled with humble gratitude, and the world went insane. The headline read, "Amy Roloff and Chris Marek expecting a baby." It was a shock. It was a joy. It was completely and utterly unexpected. There is a certain kind of bravery in starting over, and an entirely different kind of bravery in having a baby when the world expects you to be winding down. The journey through the pregnancy was a roller coaster. The months of waiting were filled with careful preparation, doctor visits, and a whole lot of love. Amy, ever the warrior, tackled the physical challenges with her characteristic grace. She leaned on Chris, who became her rock through the most trying months. He was by her side at every appointment, holding her hand. It was a time of intense vulnerability. We saw Amy step back from some of her public appearances. She focused on her health and the tiny life growing inside her. She spoke about the toll it took on her body. She never shied away from the reality of the situation. It was not always a walk in the park. But her honesty is what made the journey so compelling. They prepared a nursery in their home, a room filled with pastels and soft toys, a space for the baby that would bind Chris and Amy even closer. They waited, prayed, and counted down the days. The tension inside the Roloff household was palpable. Chris was a nervous wreck, pacing around. Amy was trying to stay calm, but the nerves were obvious in her eyes. Now, let's talk about the moment we have all been waiting for. The birth. This was not just a hospital delivery. This was a cinematic event for the family. The room was filled with a quiet intensity. Amy, the warrior she is, went through labor like a champion. Chris was by her side, coaching her through every contraction. The medical staff was top-notch. They were prepared for every eventuality. Then, the cry. The first breath of a new life. A baby girl. A healthy, beautiful baby girl. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated joy. The feeling in that room was one of disbelief and overwhelming love. They had done it. They had brought this miracle into the world. The emotional toll of the pregnancy, the stress of the birth, it was all worth it. The joy on Amy's face in those first moments with her new daughter was enough to make anyone tear up. Then, Chris stepped forward with his heartfelt announcement. We have heard him speak before, but this was different. His voice broke. He was a dad. A new dad. He spoke about the overwhelming love, the fear, and the profound privilege of being chosen to be this little girl's father. He looked at Amy, his wife, his partner in this crazy adventure, and thanked her for the greatest gift of his life. He also paid tribute to Amy's 4 older children, vowing that this new baby would be welcomed by the whole family. He also gave a special thank you to the fans. Now, one of the most interesting details to emerge from this story is the rumor surrounding a gift from TLC. Rumors swirled that the network, grateful for the incredible ratings and the wave of positivity surrounding the family, presented the new parents with a generous gift. Speculation is that this was a $15,000 gift to help with the new baby's expenses and future college fund. While the exact details of this financial boost remain between the network and the family, it does speak to the immense value of this storyline. This wasn't just a personal milestone for Amy and Chris, it was a massive event for the network. But what about the other Roloffs? How did the rest of the family react? This is where the story gets really heartwarming. We have seen so much division in this family over the years. The farm, the business, the different lifestyles, they have all created rifts. Yet, in the face of this new baby, they found a reason to come together. The older Roloff siblings, Jeremy, Zach, Molly, and Jacob, were said to be surprised but ultimately overjoyed. They have grown up on camera, and now they are watching their mom start over. It is a surreal experience. Tori Roloff, Amy's daughter-in-law, was reportedly one of the first people to offer support. As a mother of 3 herself, she knows the drill. She was said to be sending advice and offering to help. Audrey Roloff, Jeremy's wife, who is also a mother to multiple children, was also thrilled. The grandchildren were also overjoyed. Imagine having a new aunt who is younger than most of your cousins. It is a beautiful, chaotic, and perfectly bizarre addition to the family tree. This new baby creates a bridge. It reminds them that, despite their differences, they are family. They are bound by blood and love. And then there is Matt Roloff, the ex-husband, the father of her 4 adult children. This was perhaps the most complex dynamic of all. Matt and Amy have had a tumultuous relationship for years. Their divorce was difficult, and their co-parenting journey has often been rocky. But Matt is the father of her children. He is still part of her history. How did he react to the news that his ex-wife was having a baby with another man? Reports suggest that while it was initially shocking, Matt rose to the occasion. He recognized that this was about the happiness of his children and the family as a whole. He reportedly sent his congratulations. He acknowledged the joy. It was a moment of maturity that fans had been waiting to see. He is, after all, a grandfather. This new baby is his children's sibling, making him the step-grandfather in a strange, unconventional way. It is a testament to the growth of both Amy and Matt that they could put aside their own history for the sake of the family. Perhaps this was the one thing that could finally unite the Roloff clan, the unconditional love for a new baby. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the criticism. We live in a world where everyone has an opinion. As soon as the news broke, the internet trolls came out in force. People criticized Amy for being too old. They questioned Chris's ability to be a father at his age. They called the pregnancy irresponsible. The same old tired rhetoric that women of a certain age face all the time. But Amy Roloff has never been one to back down. She has spent her entire life defying stereotypes. She is a little person. She built a career, raised a family, and navigated a difficult divorce. She is not going to let a few keyboard warriors dictate her life choices. It is not just the internet trolls either. There were legitimate medical concerns. A later-in-life pregnancy can be complicated. There are higher risks for the mother and the child. But Amy is a fighter. She had access to the best medical care. She was monitored constantly. She did not take this decision lightly. And her choice to have this baby is a deeply personal one. It is about the love she has for Chris and their desire to build a family together. She has every right to embrace this chapter of her life. In the face of the criticism, the fan support has been overwhelming. The flood of support from the LPBW community has been deafening. Social media has been flooded with messages of love, congratulations, and prayers. People who grew up watching Amy are now adults, and they are overjoyed to see her happy. They see her journey as an inspiration. They see her resilience as a beacon of hope. The hashtags #Amy Roloff, #Baby Roloff, #LPBW trended for days. The support was a reminder that for every hater, there are 1,000 people who love and respect Amy Roloff. And it is not just support, it is recognition. This story resonated because it is a story of love defying the odds. We all want to believe that it is never too late. We want to believe that love can conquer all, even the ticking of the biological clock. Amy and Chris gave us that hope. They showed us that life is full of surprises, and sometimes the best surprises come when we least expect them. Let's take a moment to discuss the deeper emotional layers here. For Amy, this was not just another baby. It was a symbol of her healing. For years, she was seen as the ex-wife of Matt Roloff. Her identity was tied to the farm and the divorce. This new baby represents a clean break from the past. It represents her new marriage, her new life, her new identity as Chris's wife. It is a symbol of her independence and her capacity to love. It is a testament to the fact that she is not defined by her past. For Chris, this is his first biological child. It is a legacy. He is finally a father. The look on his face in the hospital photos says it all. It is a look of pure, unadulterated pride and love. And what about the future? What does this mean for the show? Fans are clamoring for a new season. They want to see the pregnancy journey play out on screen. They want to see the birth. They want to see Amy juggling motherhood again. It is a fresh source of drama, heart, and entertainment. The show has struggled at times to stay relevant, but this baby has breathed new life into it. The producers must be thanking their lucky stars. This is content gold. TLC has reportedly already expressed interest in documenting the baby's early years. The financial details are private, but it is safe to say that this baby is going to be a star. This baby changes the dynamics of the family. For the first time in a long time, the family has a common focus. They have a shared responsibility to love and protect this little girl. The drama over the farm seems so petty now. A baby has a way of putting things in perspective. Suddenly, it does not matter who owns the pumpkin patch. It does not matter who is fighting with whom. All that matters is the tiny human being who needs to be loved. It is also a lesson in resilience for the older children. They are watching their mother navigate this new path. They are witnessing her strength. They are seeing that age is just a number, and that life is for living. It may inspire them to be braver in their own lives. It may help them heal old wounds with their father. The ripple effect of this baby is profound. Looking back, it is amazing to think about Amy's journey. She started on a reality show back in 2006. She was a young mother. The show was about a family with dwarfism. She has been a pioneer. She has been a teacher. She has been a symbol of perseverance. And now, in her later years, she is a mother again. It is a full-circle moment that seems almost too perfect for television. But this is not television. This is her life. And she is living it on her own terms. The talk of baby number 5 is not just about a number. It is about the legacy of a family. It is about the love between a man and a woman. It is about the surprise that life throws at you. It is about taking a chance on happiness. It is about defying the odds. It is about love. Now, as we look at the headlines, it is easy to get caught up in the drama. But let's take a moment to appreciate the personal victory here. Chris and Amy have waited so long for this. They have built a life together. They have supported each other through thick and thin. This baby is the culmination of their love story. It is the physical manifestation of their bond. It is proof that they are one of the strongest couples in reality TV history. The fans are invested because we have watched Amy grow. We have watched her cry, laugh, and fight. We have seen her fall in love again. We have seen her build a beautiful home. We feel like we know her. And when something good happens to someone we care about, we feel it too. That is why the outpouring of support has been so massive. This is not just a celebrity having a baby. It is a member of our extended family. This journey is also a stark reminder of the power of faith. Amy is a spiritual person, and she has often spoken about her faith carrying her through tough times. Having a child at her age requires a tremendous leap of faith. It requires believing that everything is going to be okay. It requires trusting in a higher power. That kind of faith is inspiring to many people who are struggling with their own challenges. It gives them hope that they, too, can find light in the darkness. Let's also think about the logistics. We all know that Amy and Chris are not young. Parenting a newborn is exhausting, but they have the resources to get help. They can hire a nanny. They can rely on the army of older siblings and grandchildren. That support system is invaluable. It is not the same as having a baby at 20, but it is a lot easier with a village behind you. The family is expected to rally around them. We may even see some of the older kids moving back home to help out. It would be a wonderful reunion for the show. The name of the baby girl has not been released yet. The family has kept that detail under wraps. Fans are already placing bets on what it will be. Will it be a family name? Will it be something unique? There is a certain tension in the air as we wait for the big reveal. It is the final piece of the puzzle. The identity of this beautiful baby girl is still a mystery. But we do know one thing for sure. She is loved. She is wanted. She is a blessing. The $15,000 gift from TLC, if it is true, is a nice gesture. But it is nothing compared to the legacy this child is inheriting. She will grow up in the spotlight. She will be a star from the day she is born. She will have the love of her parents, her siblings, her nieces, and her nephews. She is the center of a huge, sprawling, beautiful family. In the end, this story is about a woman who refused to give up on her own happiness. It is about a man who stepped up and embraced a surprise. It is about a family that found a reason to unite. And it is about a baby who represents the miracle of life. Amy Roloff is a superstar, but she is also just Amy. She is a mom, a wife, a friend, and a grandmother. She is a fighter. She is a survivor.